I think the one thing that we need to talk about, right, is basically right, Arsenal's discipline problems since the start of the season. This is the third game that they have got a red card.
Yeah, I think it's something they really need to fix. I think Arsenal fans will definitely defend like, the Rice red card is not a red card, the Trossard red card is debatable. On paper, it's still 3 red cards last.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Football Kaki. I'm your host Elder and I'm joined by my fellow Kaki bro, Paul. Paul, how you doing, brother?
I'm very tired, brother, but I'm okay. I'm feeling a bit under the weather so far. I think the past 2 days. I think it's not good.
No, is it called the rain?
Yeah, it's like it's very erratic. Like rain, then my office is very cold, And then so sometimes like I have to go in the sun, right?
Yeah.
So it's like hot, cold, And then I shower, then I go inside the office, right? It's like super cold. Then I think it's that transition, my body is not used to it.
Wait, so do you shower at work after you do activities or what?
I shower at work. So like in the morning we have to go and be in the sun for like 2 hours.
Huh? Why?
Because I teach a class, Yeah, I like teach students now, Yeah, so like Monday to Thursday I have to be in the sun. And then imagine after that you go straight into the office, right? From hot to cool. Yeah. Then I wait after that I go and take a shower and then like my office the aircon is very strong, so I think it's like not used to it yet,
So do you scold people?
Yeah, very chill, bro.
Are you sure?
This one different from like primary school or secondary school, Yeah. You need to talk to them like adults.
Hey, I don't want to tarnish your reputation, but I know you very long already. I haven't seen you this small thing, So
yeah, very chill, bro. Really, really.
Actually, it's true. Like, he's I'm a lot more intense than him. Like that is
no, okay, it depends on what the nature of the things that we are doing,
Okay, if let's say both of us get high strung, right, who's worse?
High strung as in what?
Like we get in a very tense situation.
That's why I say it depends on the situation. For me, I will always look at the situation rather than like get my emotions let the emotions get the better of myself.
Which is why I asked this question, because you know me long enough. Sooner or later I will boil over. Then I will the emotion will get in the way.
Because to me, right, I feel that I'm very cautious about how people in the situation, like how my behavior affects people around me in the situation.
Yeah.
Like if I know that if I get angry, right, and it's gonna cause an unhappy situation, right, then I wouldn't. Even though I'm angry, I wouldn't show it.
Okay. But today we are going to talk about football, and then of course we are going to talk about a few things. So we've got, of course, our weekly segment of what's going on with Paul. I'm curious what he has to say this week. Then, of course, we are going to look through 3 important games that are happening this weekend, which, of course, are Arsenal losing to Bournemouth.
Wow, yeah.
Which was a surprise. And we've got, of course, to talk about is that 1 red card to 1 Gabriel Saliba, which will make him miss the Liverpool game because it is an automatic red, so it's a 3-game suspension. Then, of course, we've got Man United beating Brentford at home 2-1. I don't really know how to react because I have a lot of mixed emotions about United winning at this current disposition. Of course, we're going to talk about Liverpool and Chelsea. Now, with this game, for the Liverpool and Chelsea game, right? So, bro, to begin, what is going on?
All right, so what's going on is that I saw an image on social media, right?
Yes.
It was the Man Utd legends. Not really Man Utd legends. They were in Korea. They were wearing the hanbok. So I think it was Ferdinand, Van der Sar, Park Ji-sung, who else? Berbatov, right, yeah.
And Vidic.
Yeah, so it was like the kind of like the Abbey Road kind of vibe, but in Korea.
Yep.
I'm guessing they were there to visit Park, right?
They were there. I know that they were playing one Legends friendly game on the thing. Then they were all together. Then also they go there to visit Park. But do you see the joke or not?
The what?
The joke that Van der Sar made about Patrice Evra.
I did not see that.
You go see the video, right? It's freaking funny. Like he got like this kid's kimono, right? They say, "Is this for Patrice?" Then the kimonos are only this big.
I thought they just had a friendly like Legends game, like the Wayne Rooney Legends game.
No, I think this one is a separate Legends game. So like I think their game will have maybe like Perlo and everything like that.
Oh, okay. But why are the United Legends like always meeting so frequently?
Teammates, bro. Yeah, United.
No, but is it like a initiative by United? No?
I don't really know, but it might be a real Ferdinand thing because Rio's changing his content, ma. So like he's interviewing a lot of like, let's say he interviewed Ronaldo, then he recently interviewed David Beckham.
Rooney. Yeah. And then he appeared on the Rooney and all that show, right?
Yeah. So then he appeared on the Overlap. Then after that, he's also doing this with things. So the video was actually on his channel. So I think he's trying to do like something about more Man United related. Plus, he also interviewed Phil Jones also.
Yeah. So I was watching the Overlap that day, right? They had Gary Neville, Rooney, Keane, and then Howard Webb. So then the caption was 4 Man United legends. Yeah, quite funny. It's quite true, right? It's quite funny.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, moving on. Let's talk about Bournemouth beating Arsenal 2-0 with one of the more interesting decisions I have seen in a while and the effects of VAR. So, you must understand, right? In this context, Saliba got sent off in the 30th minute, right? Bournemouth won 2-0, right? But Bournemouth didn't score until the 70th minute. There was a potential for a second red card in this game, which was with the Raya giving away a penalty, right? So that one we'll talk about it later, right? But this thing, honestly, I won't blame Saliba for the red card. I'll blame Trossard for the red card.
Yeah, because he passed the ball back, right?
Bro, it was a stupid pass.
It's the manner in which they gave the ball back. Yeah.
Yep. But do you think it was a red?
Clear, bro. Clear red. As clear as it can be. No, because there's so many variations of a red card, right? Like violent conduct, serious foul play, and then this one is denial of a goal scoring opportunity. Yeah, it's not denial of a goal line, it's a denial of a goal scoring opportunity. Clear red, last man, he made the foul, red card.
And the ball was
it shouldn't even be debatable, yeah.
Yeah, and the ball was quite far away from the position where the challenge was made, right? I think it was quite in front.
No, let's say the ball was like floating to Raya's hands, right? Then okay, maybe still can. But it's the fact that the ball is up for contention to be challenged,
Correct. Because
it was in the middle between the last man and the keeper. So it's definitely the striker would have gotten there.
Correct. So because I'm looking at it now, right? Like the way when that ball happened, right, the ball was still in the air.
Yeah.
Or like the ball was still like about there.
Okay,
so,
if I ask you, right, if Saliba thought the ball was safe, right, why he have to go and make the challenge?
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah. So it's clear red as it can be, lah. No debate. This is like general basic football knowledge.
Correct. So this is one incident, right? Then of course we're talking about the other incident. So in between this and this point and that point, right, like it was, you could still see there was a stark difference between both teams in the sense where like Arsenal still had some chances, but then Bournemouth also were the ones pushing forward to try to get the goal, which they eventually did after a very nice goal setup. The second goal, which for Bournemouth, right, which was a penalty converted by Justin Kluivert, right, it was a mistake from one of the Arsenal defenders. And then once the
key wall, is it?
So the ball trickled forward, right? Then it was very clear that if he had gotten past the keeper, he would have scored. But Raya did what he needed to do, right? Was that a red in your thinking, or was that more just like it's just a footballing incident?
I think it's fair that given the scenario they already had a red, right?
Yeah.
I think it's fair for the referee to give a yellow because the guy didn't really get past him yet,
Yeah.
But he was on the brink of like getting past.
Correct.
Yeah, so I think and it wasn't like he swept the legs out, It's like his body caught his legs, right, or something.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think the more important thing that was the referee gave the foul as a penalty, so I think that's fair. Yeah.
Yep. I mean that's what I thought also, but it's a very grey area because sometimes with goalkeepers, right, they can do that type of thing, and it can be a red and it can be a yellow. So it's really dependent on the referee at that particular point in time. So with that, Kluivert converts the penalty. Bournemouth win 2-0, right? But I think the one thing that we need to talk about, right, is basically Arsenal's discipline problems since the start of the season. This is the third game that they have got a red card.
Yeah, I think it's something they really need to fix. But it's I think Arsenal fans will definitely defend like, the Rice red card is not a red card, the Trossard red card is debatable. On paper, it's still 3 red cards. Okay, the only thing I can defend them is all 3 is not like any serious foul play kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's more of like disrupting play, denying people of like opportunities,
Yeah.
Like denying people to restart the play, all this. I think all this adds up as like potential yellow cards issues.
Yes.
Yeah. So to correct you just now, you said Saliba is a 3-game ban. It's actually a 1-game ban. Because under red card, right, you can see at the EPL website, there's like a table that shows serious foul play is if you get red card for serious foul play, 3-game ban. If you get red card for spitting, right? Spitting at somebody, 6-game ban. No?
But okay. But
if red card for denying of goal scoring opportunity is only one game ban.
But that okay. That's new to me, right? Because to me it doesn't make sense. Right? Usually, from what I understand, right, it's always if you get two double yellow, it should be a one game ban, right?
Yeah,
if
double yellow is one game ban.
Straight red is 3. From that's what I understood. Man.
Yeah. So I think in recent years, right, I when I saw the table, I really got quite surprised. Actually, it's quite good lah. I think about it. It's like imagine if you professional foul the player, you shouldn't be banned for 3 games lah. I feel. I think they want to also separate the serious foul play and like someone who really just genuinely made a mistake lah.
Okay. So then, what constitutes serious foul play?
Like I think double foot tackle, elbow punching, all this lah.
Or basically just anything to
so that's why when you see that's why you see the VAR, right? Like the Casemiro at the time.
Yeah.
Potential check VAR, the serious foul play. Like so they will put the category there. For yesterday's Saliba game, right? I saw they put there a VAR check, potential of denying a goal scoring opportunity.
Okay.
So I show you the picture lah. Like there's really a picture that's the table that shows red card. What's the purpose of red card, and then what's the penalty of that purpose?
Okay, understand.
So goal scoring opportunity, double yellow, all this is 1.
Okay, understand. So thanks for clearing that out, right? So that's something that I think I would think, because for a lot of times, most of the time, usually straight red, usually automatic 3 game ban one.
Yeah.
So in the past
you always think like, hey, red card is 3 game ban.
Correct. But in essence, even though he has a red card, right, he will still miss the Arsenal game against Liverpool.
Yeah. So I think it's quite a interesting thing because they won't have Odegaard, they won't have Saliba, they might not have Saka also. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of key things are missing for Arsenal, which essentially, if they had won this game, right, it would have brought them top of the table temporarily for the time being.
I think it's still too early to say, but these games you shouldn't be dropping points, right?
Yeah, correct.
If you want to be in the contention for the title.
Yep. I agree. So it's a situation where I don't care whether or not you are which club you're in, right? If you get 3 red cards in 8 games, right, that is not good. Because you're essentially playing one man down, right? And in the PL, right, if you're playing with 10 men, it's always not good.
11 players, bro.
It's very hard.
It's already hard with 11 players.
You imagine you play with 10, no matter how good a team you are, right, it's also going to be a struggle.
Yeah.
Arsenal with that, right, still remain third at the point after the game, right? So our team, Manchester United. United beat Brentford 2-1 yesterday. This game, I feel, bought Eric Ten Hag some time, because I know in the news, right, there were rumors saying that he had another 2 games to basically decide lah. But I feel that this shouldn't even be a discussion anymore. He should have got the sack
it's like
after the initial
fact that you buy time, but the damage is already done. You get what I mean?
Correct. Yeah. And the worst part about this situation, right, and this is why I'm like a bit like stirred up, right, is because United played Brentford. And if Ten Hag got sacked, right, Thomas Frank was a candidate. But yesterday, Brentford was also horrible, was so bad that I also got nothing to say.
Okay, yeah. So we haven't had Kaki in a week, right? So I think to update also that what you and I hope that we have potentially be the new Manchester United manager is currently now the England manager.
He's managing England. So
yeah. So now, right, if you ask me if I want to still sack Ten Hag, I say yes. I will still say 100% yes. But the thing is, right, I also don't know who they will sign anymore.
Yeah.
As potential manager. So I'm more confused now. Like as a fan, right? Like because usually we fans have our own solutions,
Yes.
Like, okay, sack Ten Hag, we hire Tuchel now.
Yep.
Yeah, but so if we don't even know, right, how can the management know?
No, that's the thing. So let's say if we are talking about potential candidates, right? The most obvious one that a lot of people had on everybody's mind, right, is there were 3 lah. It's like, okay, you take out Tuchel from the equation, it was always going to be Gareth Southgate, shout out my spine. Graham Potter, another shout out of mine, and then Thomas Frank. Thomas Frank, I thought maybe valid point, right? But it's still not the ideal one. But after yesterday, right, with the way Brentford played, bro, they were messy all over the pitch. I don't know what they were doing. It's like if you were to put Thomas Frank and Man Utd, right, you probably have the same conclusion as what Eric Ten Hag will be doing. That's the conclusion I got from yesterday, right? And we all know Brentford is better than this.
Yeah, like, and Bournemouth scored what, 5 in 8 games?
Yep.
Yeah, there's that kind of thing. Where is that kind of form when you play against Man U?
Yeah, and if Brentford were on track or they were on top, they can beat Man United because they have beaten Man United. I think the game was what, 4-0, 5-0?
Yes. Yep.
So
And
it has
Bournemouth, right,
happened. It can be done, but the problem is that yesterday, right, United benefited from a poor Brentford display rather than United playing well. I feel.
So it's basically like the Aston Villa game.
Yes.
Man Utd Aston Villa. They say that Ten Hag masterclass. But it's because Villa played so bad, right?
Brentford was horrible. Brentford wasn't good yesterday, bro. Like
so what right now, right? It's more of like United got this win, but we fans are like, oh, okay lor, win then win right?
Yeah.
But we are still like what? Like bottom.
We are
11th. We're still under 10, and then it's like, oh no, you need to trust the process. You need to believe. Like, okay, why this kind of performance never existed at the start of the season?
Yep.
Right? Why must we lose back to back 3-0 to Spurs and Liverpool only now to have this kind of reaction?
Yeah.
It's just like you can play well in these one-off games, but we're still talking about is it sustainable? Can he keep this up? You know?
Yeah. So
I guarantee you we will still complain about this like in 2-3 games later for sure.
Yep. I agree. And also the thing about this, right, is that for Thomas Frank, like people can say that his mind's not on the United job. But definitely as somebody who's watching this, right, you will definitely put it in your brain to consider that I might be managing Manchester United.
Yeah.
It could be a possibility. So when that happens, right, and he put in a performance like that, people will question
no way they will consider
wait, I don't think you're gonna take this guy's job. So it's like what do you say? Like Ten Hag's a cockroach.
It is why he really is why. Like the more you want him, the more you think he's gonna like fade out already, right? He will just survive that one game.
Yep.
He'll push that ultimatum game like further back the line, one by one.
Yeah. Yep. So I mean United win, Brentford didn't play well. So it's just United benefiting. But I will say this. The 2 goals that United scored, right? They were good. They were nice.
The first goal, right? It was so obvious that the right back wasn't even. He didn't even know where Garnacho was.
Yes, correct.
So it's more like the guy was sleeping rather than did a masterclass, Yeah.
Correct. Then the Højlund goal.
The second goal was nice, but it's because Bruno did the same kind of flick that he did in the FA Cup. I have to admit that United played well in the second half.
Yep.
It comes to a point I don't even want to compliment Man United.
Yeah.
It's like I find it hard to compliment. You get what I mean? It's like when you asking me this question, it's like, well, I need to compliment them. I don't want because this is our natural reflex now. Correct. It's like the natural reflex of like Man United fans now, which is bad. No, I want to be able to do it naturally, without overselling the club. Yeah.
I get what I mean, and like even with the goal that Brentford scored, right? Like it was a set piece. It was a lack of man marking, right? You cannot say that because there were 10 men because of the lead of the field. You cannot say that. Even with 10 men, right? You telling me that you have not done 10 men exercises whereby if let's say one of them is off the field, you haven't done that before. I mean it was open header, dude.
Well, so 10 men, you don't need to follow your man. Don't need to follow your marker. Alright, that's why.
Precisely. The negativity of a Man U fan has come to this point already. So let's just keep it at that. Let's just call it there. So finally to our match of the week, which of course was Liverpool versus Chelsea. The final score, of course, being Liverpool 2, Chelsea 1. This game had the spur of the moments, its interesting decisions, right? But I think there were 1 or 2 major controversial decisions that had debatable, questionable refereeing, which everybody went to shout out. So the first one was, of course, the beginning of the game. I think it was the 3rd minute, if I'm not mistaken. There was an incident that was very similar to Saliba involving Tosin. It's almost the exactly same. But Tosin only got a yellow card. Saliba got a red. So, bro, what are your thoughts on that situation?
Okay, I felt the referee was very affected by the atmosphere. He made the decision based he was aware of the surroundings, Like he was at Anfield and that being the early part of the game, right? Like 3 minutes. Yeah. So I feel that there is inconsistency between this call and the Saliba call. So if many people say if Saliba one was red, then this one should be red as well. But yeah, I don't know why. It was actually a yellow card.
I don't get it also because literally it's almost 80%, 25% like for like. Almost identical. Not really to say there were certain variations, right? But if you were to get a red for Saliba, then that should have been a red for Tosin also in the exact situation. But in the end, the game carried on, right? I would say that in hindsight, right, this decision wouldn't have had a great effect, I feel. Because if let's say Chelsea had a red, Liverpool probably would have won. Whereas like with the Arsenal game, right, it was going to happen anyway. Right?
Yeah.
So
like if Arsenal had they did it, then 11 men to try to have a chance to win the game. You know?
Yeah, correct. Interestingly enough, right, the goals itself were unique in a sense where I don't know what Levi Colwell was doing.
Yeah,
when he gave the penalty.
I
don't want.
He thought he made a damn good tackle, right? I'm like, then when the referee pointed to the spot, his reaction is like timeless.
I don't get it. Like he and Tosin had such a big reaction, right? But he could have left it. Tosin would have swept it up because Tosin was right there.
Yeah. So I think this defensive pairing, there was no communication.
Yep.
You know. So I think that's why he made the challenge and then penalty, right? To this Curtis Jones played well.
Yeah, Curtis Jones played well. Yeah. He was at the center of most of it. So of the context, right? So let's say for example, right? Okay, it was a penalty converted. Then Curtis Jones almost won another penalty.
He got taken out by Robert Sanchez, right?
Correct, but that one wasn't a penalty. It was deemed not a penalty by VAR.
Okay, so let me ask you that one. If Sanchez didn't touch the ball in that one, it's a clear pen, right?
It's a clear pen. It's the fact that he touched the ball.
It's like his shin made contact with the ball first.
Correct.
Right?
But here's the problem that I have with this type of scenario. It always rings back to certain situations whereby what if the guy tackles the ball, he starts roll over the ball and then hits the player. So if let's say for example Sanchez wins the ball, but the start show starts first straight into Curtis Jones' leg, right? Is there a penalty?
I think ultimately also it will be up to the referee.
Correct. So
because the referee for that game was VAR, right, was Michael Oliver.
Okay, but it's not Michael Oliver Man City lah. So I would say
it's not Casemiro, so I think it won't be a red.
It won't be a red. But it's a situation whereby it could have been negated either way. But Curtis Jones did well. Sanchez also had a short look, right? Nicholas Jackson scores a goal, right? I don't know how the referee thought it was offside in the first place.
Yeah, it looked on from like real life gameplay, right? Yeah, so I think maybe the view of the referee was blocked when the first initial point of the ball was made.
Yeah,
this Nicholas Jackson is on another level this season.
He's good, bro. He's very good. Yeah. He's good.
I think Maresca is doing well with him.
It's one thing also, but I also do think, right, like he always had the positional sense.
He just cannot finish.
He just cannot finish.
But this one, he did a very nice finish, right?
No, this one is a very nice finish because I think that now he's like, okay, I don't have to shoot it hard. I just have to put it past the goalkeeper. As long as I'm in a one-on-one situation and I can get it past the goalkeeper, I will score. Which is the trademark of like a lot of good strikers. Like if you see Solskjaer last time, or even like Alan Shearer or Dennis Bergkamp, right? Drogba, right? They may score worldies once in a while, right? But generally, it's like if they're one-on-one, it's just pass it past the goalkeeper lah.
That's true.
The Chelsea lead only lasted like a few minutes, and then Curtis Jones scored.
Curtis Jones again.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Who was the number 4 for Chelsea? Completely sleeping, and didn't watch the Curtis Jones run.
The best part was that when the ball came in, he was almost outside the box.
Exactly.
I'm like, huh?
Then the Adora Tosina. I think the guy sleeping,
bro.
How can you let a runner into the box like that?
But do you think Obama underperformed?
I think Chelsea, Liverpool like control him well lah. So they negated his abilities in this game. Yep. I think they likewise Chelsea also did quite well against Salah. Apart from the penalty, he didn't really impact much. You know.
Yep.
It's more of Curtis Jones, Gravenberch. Yeah, I think Jota got injured in the beginning, so Nunez came in. Yeah.
I think it's interesting because like, at the end, in this totality, right? Like if you were to look at it, this style of Liverpool play is more beneficial for them to win games and probably win.
Yeah, but you can sense the first half, right? I think up to the point where they got a penalty, you can hear the moans from the crowd.
Yeah,
because it was like shades of the game where they played against Nottingham Forest. So it's like a very slow kind of game that the Liverpool fans are not used to it at all. Yeah. But okay like, ultimately, if you see the 90 minutes, if they win, any Liverpool fan will take it lah.
No,
if it means playing this way, yeah.
It's always like if you win, all is forgiven. If you lose,
yes, then they will say, "Hey, why you first half play so passive?"
Correct, but bro, 3 goals conceded. 7 wins, 1 loss.
Yeah, and it's like I watched the first half, right? They gave Chelsea 60% possession.
Yeah.
They were happy not to press. A completely different game when I watched against the Liverpool against Man U, where they pressed Man U super high, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this one is when Sanchez got the ball and the two defenders, they just let the Salah, Gakpo and Jota just let them pass around.
Yeah, and
So
that's
like they're comfortable not pressing,
Correct, and that's the scary part because like Jurgen Klopp, right? I would say that Klopp is not the best in terms of tactician, but he will play his style of football like ride or die.
Yeah.
But
which is like one style,
Which is one style, just chung. But with Slot, right, it's I'm set up to a point where like you want to beat me, you come and beat me.
Yeah.
I will beat you with the way that my team set up, then I will actually win this game. Like it's at the end of the day, right? Like I don't think he cares whether or not how many goals he score, as long as I get 3 points.
Yeah, and the fact like you say they only considered 3 goals.
Yeah, bro, like 3 goals in 8 games. 3.
Like considering like how fast paced this era of Premier League football is, right?
Liverpool football is, right? So I think like this basically just sums up Liverpool in a nutshell. Chelsea, with this loss, right, they dropped to 6th position, which is not too bad because they're still a point behind Brighton and 3 points behind Aston Villa. They are, of course, going to play another game upcoming soon, which, of course, is going to be against
Newcastle. So they're playing
against Newcastle
first, then they play against Newcastle.
So they're going to play Newcastle. And then after that, it's going to be Newcastle again in the EFL Cup. Then it's going to be Man Utd in the 4th of November. Whereas with Liverpool,
they're playing
their next game is Arsenal, which brings us to our match of the... what?
The
next game is Arsenal, which also brings us to our match of the week, which is, of course, Arsenal versus Liverpool at the Emirates. Now, this is going to be interesting because literally, right, bro, Arsenal have no captain. Arsenal don't have their best defender. Arsenal don't have their star player. And they're playing a Liverpool team that is known to control this game the way that they want to control it. Basically, I would sum it up in a sense where Liverpool now is more or less like I'm dictating this game the way I want to dictate it. I will let you think that you are dictating this game. That's Liverpool. Basically, Liverpool is playing mind game football, control football, and it's quite scary to the fact that like they can just change up their tactics on different teams.
That's right.
So, what do you think of Arsenal surviving Liverpool?
Okay,
I don't think they're going to. I don't think they're going to.
Biggest challenge so far in this season. Okay, it's only not because of the fact that it's Liverpool, because of the fact that they have issues of their own that cannot be solved within 1 week. And it's like I feel if they lose this game, right, they will be 7 points behind already.
Which will say bye-bye to their title hopes already.
I won't say bye-bye but you will put them in a very desperate predicament where they have to like win more like the remaining matches. We essentially put more stress on themselves,
Yep.
Yeah, and it's like they haven't even played the other teams that are coming up, like Villa, Chelsea. Yeah, I mean they beat Tottenham and they beat Man City and they drew with Man City. Yeah, so yeah, I feel that this will still be the biggest challenge so far.
Yep.
Yeah, if they can win, then I think it'll be quite a good deal for them. But seeing the way Liverpool is now, right, I think it's quite hard for Liverpool to lose.
Yeah, and with Arsenal, right, if they lose ground now, right, it's going to be challenging because their games are going to be Newcastle, then Chelsea, then Forest, West Ham, then United. So, like, even as you exclude the West Ham and the Forest, West Ham, and United games, right, they could potentially be as far back as maybe like now. If they lose, it'll be 7 points, right? It could be as far back as maybe 10 to 13 points by the time the next 2 games if they lose to both Newcastle and Chelsea.
Or like they draw.
Or they draw points.
Yeah. So like if they lose to Liverpool and then they draw Chelsea or draw Newcastle, right, it's like 9 points.
It's not good. Let's say currently with the predicaments they're both in, right, Liverpool have a better chance of winning than Arsenal, right?
Yes. Considering that they have a full team, are they in Europa? Okay, I don't know if this week they have Europa, but Arsenal has to play Champions League this week. Yeah, so they have like one extra game, and then Liverpool is coming in on like in hot form. Like they won 4 out of the last 5 in the Premier League.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think it's tough but we shall see.
So now moving on to our match predictions. Right now, at the moment, it is 1-1. But because of last week's results, whereby Paul predicted 2-1, it is Paul 3, I got 1. Because Paul predicted the exact score. So
2 points.
2 points. 2 points. So now, with this week's prediction, brother, what is your prediction for Arsenal versus Liverpool?
Arsenal versus Liverpool. Emirates, right?
Emirates.
Okay, let's be bold. Okay? Let's be bold and go for the out of the norm pick. I will pick Liverpool 1-0.
Ooh, Liverpool 1-0. All right, for me, I will go with Arsenal 1, Liverpool 2.
All right.
So I am also going with a Liverpool win. I think Saliba is going to be...
Saliba is the big one.
Is the big one. I think they're probably going to play who? Ben White?
Kiwo.
No, they're going to play Calafiori.
Or Juran Timber.
Yeah. One of them as centre back, right? And missing Saliba, right, is... Wow.
Yeah.
Your best defender is...
You see how Gabriel gets exposed now.
Yes, correct. So we shall see. So, bro, anything else to add?
That's it, man.
All right, so that is it for this week's episode of the Football Kaki. All right, so that's it for this week's episode of the Football Kaki, brought to you by the Chit Chatter Podcast Network. Now, for those of you who are tuning in, we just want to say thank you, and we hope that you continue to watch our other shows, which, of course, are the Copy Bros every Monday. This week, we were talking about disappointments. Specifically, disappointments from me and Milet's like range of like video games, movies, and of course, TV series lah. If Paul was on the episode, right, he 100% will agree with the fact that the most disappointing TV show is the one that me and Milet said. I will not give it away a hint, but if you know, you know. I'm just going to leave it there. Then, of course, if you like game shows, we do have the SG Draft podcast every Friday where we draft about different topics and have fun while we do it. Last week was, of course, the Japanese food draft. Bro, you love Japanese food?
Yeah, bro.
It's the best, right?
I can eat it like almost every day.
Yeah, same. Japanese food is awesome. So do keep a lookout for that. If you want to go and vote for your winning team, please do so on our Instagram page. So for every episode, our voting begins at 12 p.m. on Instagram. And then, of course, our voting closes at 12 p.m. the following Saturday on Instagram. Episodes come out every Friday. And then, of course, the voting begins on Friday at 12 p.m. So from everybody here at the Football Kaki, we just want to say thank you. If you have not liked and subscribed to the Chit Chatter Podcast Network channel, please do so we can continue to grow and have content for you. And if you have, please ask your friends to subscribe as well. So from me and Paul, from everybody here at the Football Kaki, have a great week ahead. Enjoy the game between Liverpool and Arsenal at the Emirates. Wow. So it's Arsenal versus Liverpool. This is going to be interesting without Saliba. Let's just take a look at that. So from everybody here, have a great week ahead. See you soon. Bye-bye. And Champions League is back.